Crazy Loose, Spark 117, Game Heroes, the new legal, Di-RRec Gaming, right around the corner. We're gearing up for another great show. Is it true? Is it false? Well, now, could be. You know, for something to be dead, it sure does know how to make some alive situations. It sure does make people have a lot of meltdowns. It sure does make a lot of people stir its name up. And right now, in 2025, Xbox is ringing bells from the grave. It's ringing bells so hard from the grave that it's just making the gaming industry come alive. It has broke another record, people. And I have to say, from the last show, when we broke it down and we were talking about how it was projected in 2030 that if they get 8 billion, just 8 billion by then or before, they will gain the gaming market. And they're doing it through the service and content. They're not even doing it from physical hardware sales. They're doing it from content and services. And to my surprise, they done went up another notch. They went from 5.6 to 5.7. What did I say, people? I said, if this daggum thing, Xbox, this beautiful community gaming platform called Xbox, hit 6 billion this year, you don't have to wait till 2030 to see this 8 billion. They're going to hit 8 billion by 2027. 2026 is going to be the 25th anniversary of Xbox. They're going to hit over. They're going to get close to 7 billion on that year alone. That's going to jump sky high. And what the problem of that is that anybody who doubted the rise of Xbox is going to slowly see this number keep increasing, because as Game Pass Ultimate gets more and more of these games just thrown in it, it's getting more popular, it's getting more enticing. People are now starting to spread the word. But as we can see, finally some Xboxes up in some stores. Not a lot. We're not talking like a whole abundancy where, you know, it's putting the revenue up, because the revenue is always going to be down now. The peak was in 2023. We already had spoken about this previously. So we know that console sales all across the board are down as we're gearing up for the next generation of consoles. But something cannot be possibly dead when it's number 4 on Amazon bestseller.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to the League of Extraordinaires. You are now live with the X League podcast. I got my man Crazy Loot Gaming. I got my man Game Heroes. I got my man Spark 117. I got the mighty chat pack in the building. I had G-Man up in here at 7:08. He said, we here early, baby. We here. I got Dolomite pulling up. Dolomite jumping out of that cat. He had to make that swing. Remake Station, my man, in the building. Don't worry, because Remake Station is going to pound y'all with a lot of parody. We love when he comes around here. He cracks us up. We need sense of humor out here. Tower Born is pretty good. You damn right it is, famo. I got to get on it, man. I'm dedicating myself. People wanted me to do the 100% on my Assassin's Creed Shadows, but it's going to take some time. That's something that I'm going to eventually have to take off camera and work on and just grind it. But I'm gonna get to the end and then grind it. I think DLCs and stuff will be coming soon, so that's gonna add on to it as well. So I got to keep on moving. I need to go in and beat it, get on some Towerborn because that was my next one. Like I said, no pun intended, no shots at Avowed. I was wore out. I went from Stalker 2 to Indiana Jones, and Avowed was just too much storytelling for me. I needed to take a break. I will get back to Avowed one day, but I haven't taken Avowed off of my hit list. But Towerborn is the one I wanted to get, and Expedition 33. Definitely got to play those two. So thank y'all for the patience. We're going to keep it gaming. And listen, if you like what we're about, please subscribe to this awesome channel. Never miss a beat on the ones and twos. Always keep yourself notified by clicking on the bell. Smash the like button and share our content across the globe. To all our fans out there that are across the globe, that come on Di-RRec Gaming and make us international. We love you. To the chat pack, to the mighty chat pack that's been having my back for a very long time. We can't do this without you guys. To those that watch our shows from afar, and to those that watch the show after we record it, we give nothing but thanks, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come out here and get on the stage with us and hold mics and spit your truth on Xbox. Let me give my shout outs real quick before we start the show out. Like I said, G-Man in the building, salute. Remake Station 5 in the building, salute. Dolomite, salute. Xbox International Podcast, salute. Eternal shout out, salute. DC Legend in the building, salute. We're going to do this, man. Here we go. We're going to go down and get some clicks. We're going to get some click clacks in the building. We're going to do this. We're going to hit it up. We're going to get this going. And we're going to end with DC Legend right now with the What's Up family. I like that, man. Yo, what's up, Eternal? Shout out in the building. My man in the building. We're going to get this cranked up. Xbox is number 4 on the bestseller on Amazon. Crazy. And I'm just saying, for something dead to be number 4, and let's get it right, because we're going to do this comparison. We're going to do the comparison. Oh, yes. PlayStation's at number 27. So on Amazon, there's a big gap. And this is hardware. So much respect to Xbox. Number 4 in 2025. That's impressive. That you can't ignore that. That is impressive. Impressive. You cannot. Eli in the building. Eli in the building. Welcome to Di-RRec Gaming. That's right, DC Legend, all day. All day.
I'm waiting for Game Zeros to hop in. Game Zeros, what you up to? He seems quiet, though. He's about to say something today. Games, you there? Games. Because Fabo.
I got news.
Because Fabo.
I just got news from Resident Gamer.
What did he say? What did Resident Gamer say?
He said Xbox games reach over 500 million monthly active users.
Oh, we know that.
PC Game Pass revenue is up by 45%.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Shout out to my man Metropolitan Gaming. They all coming in. We here. Yo, Xbox is here. I told y'all. Look. It's an old philosophy. When you're at the bottom, there's only one way to go. And that's to the top. You don't have no other way to go. You don't have to worry about crashing anymore. You get it together and you soar. What's up, Metropolitan Gaming, represent Canada in the building, man. 2 Canadians strong in here. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, crazy.
What's up,
Xbox
family?
number 4 on the bestseller on Amazon, bro. Before we talk about anything else, number 4. So that means
Family,
there's an interest with Xbox.
Famo, look,
Come on
Famo.
with it. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Look, Famo.
Xbox
The
dead.
thing is, Famo, I think we're part of the few people out here that have been speaking on it, have been talking about it, right? And they say, nah, you lie, bullshit. You guys are talking bull crap. You guys are liars, misinform people, everything. But how are we misinforming when we know something is cooking? I mean, look at these numbers, Famo. So when everyone was mad about the whole third-party deal, now here comes my question: are you mad now? Because I mean, seriously, this is. I keep on saying it. What is the results I want from a company, right? If I want something to be kept alive, what is the result I want as a fan? This is the result I like to see. If I saw all those numbers be negative, I would have been, shit, this ain't working. God damn, that makes me sad because I mean, I wanted to keep on going, keep on being alive. I wanted to keep on making all these consoles. I want them, to keep on, doing what they got to do, right? Because of course, why? Because we love the brand. We love it and we stick to it at the end of the day. That's what we do. We love the brand. So we've been talking about this for quite some time and telling people that, hey, don't listen to all these guys out there throwing all these negatives because at the end of the day, here's the positive side of things. And look at these numbers. I mean, from the history of Xbox, it's actually done a really good thing. I mean, what's happening? What's happening out there? I mean, what happened to it's all negative talks about Xbox and why now we're seeing this positive? I just love how right now how the shift has gone. Like, oh wow, look at Xbox dominating PlayStation stores. Look at Xbox dominating over here. Look at the PC users growing 45%. Look at all this stuff. I mean, everybody's like, oh wow, it's growing. So the question is, was it well that they did that strategy? I mean, hell, are we happy seeing the results? Yeah, we're happy. We're happy we're seeing that results right there. That's the point.
I
We're
see
happy.
Eli with this comment right here. He said, "Did y'all see that Reddit thread of PlayStation users complaining about the PlayStation Plus value compared to Game Pass? The conversion is happening exactly.
Oh,
Once
I
they
mean,
start talking, once people start putting it together, it's over, man. Gamers
exactly.
want to be where there's value, where
Mhm.
there's value in gaming. You can only play that off so long. Look, we understand, right, that if you're a zealot, that you're going to stand 10 toes down. We're not talking about you. Shouts to other Zinc, shouts to Box, and shouts to Eli. We're not talking about you. We're not even mad about you. We're not. There's nothing. I've always said this on Di-RRec Gaming. There's nothing wrong for standing on the platform you like to stand on. I don't care about that. Do it. Put your pom-poms up. I
Mhm.
do it. I flag up, so I'm not mad at anybody else that flags up. The only thing about it is I'm not shaky. I don't stand on shaky ground. I'm on solidified ground. When I stand on Xbox, I stand on Xbox. That's the difference. I don't do all this social media trying to do the clickbaiting and all the little silly stuff and gimmicks just to get it, just to obtain a crowd. That's not what I do. But I don't knock other people's hustle. If they want to run track on social media, run track, let them run track. That's their prerogative. They want to make little goofy ass rap songs and or they want to take their shirts off and slap themselves in the thighs or whatever you want to do, man. Pinch your nipples, whatever you want to do, you do that. I'm not knocking. But over here, we're gonna do this. He's right about that. The conversion. Box.
But
How was PlayStation State of Play? Man, we got some stuff to talk about. Box coming out with shots fired already. Box ain't playing around. He's not playing around, bro. Look, there is no more stake. Look, we're gonna get on that. We're gonna get on that. Other thing in the building, man.
You know what's
Don't
happening right
think they
now?
hit the like button, can't participate. Have a great shot.
Right now, Phil
That's my
Spencer.
boy.
Right now, all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna be silent. Phil Spencer whipped out his dick, and it's all over the Sony fanboys' lips. Take it or leave it. That's what's happening.
Damn. I mean, shoot. But here's the thing,
Hey,
though,
man.
right? I mean, let me tell you something.
Xbox's dick is on PlayStation's lips right now. You get what I mean?
Well, look, you know what?
But
You know what?
It's unloading its games down Sony's throats, and they loving it. They're charting #1 games on their PS Store is Xbox. Most pre-ordered games on the PS Store, Xbox. That's the new song right there.
He's not lying, bro. You know, the funny part about it is, Spark 117, they're trying to play it off like they don't know what's going on. Like we didn't tell them what was going on. But look, after the report today, right? That GameCube now. GameCube. Yo, listen. Hey, listen. Shout out. Look, man. Anytime you want to join, bro, I don't care. I don't care, famo. This is only a half an hour tonight. We're not really going strong. We're not going super strong. But if you got something to say, man, just let us know. You know, I'm always about the streets, man. I'm always about the streets. But you're right. They want to play it off. We told them that this was the Trojan horse. We told them that it's all about what? Wherever you go, wherever you look, wherever you see, there's gonna come a day when they mention gaming, they're gonna have to mention Xbox. You got that saying right here on Di-RRec Gaming for the last 5 years. Now look at it. You can't go anywhere. Everywhere you turn, social media, anything, you see Xbox. And here it goes to Box Station. Because I want to make sure this, because I was thinking of this too, brother. Now I'm gonna go right here. The fact that Microsoft is throwing games and flooding the industry. We're drowning, we're eating so much, right? PlayStation has been dealt a mighty blow with the ABK deal, the ripple effects. You're seeing it. All right. You can't doubt it. You can't even doubt it. 2-year drought. It's because there's nothing funding those first-party games. You can't sit up here and say that Yoshida was lying to you guys. We were telling you guys. Well, I was telling you guys. I gave the warning out early. I sent that red flag out. Oh my gosh, y'all. If Sony don't start trying to get some live service games, how are they going to go into next generation? And then David Jaffe comes in the very next day on his show and talks about how games, the prices in games are going to be more expensive. We're going from 150 to 250 million to 300 to 500 million. We're talking about making games that cost $500 million, people. And his question was, I don't see how Sony can afford it. That solidified me. I don't need nobody trying to hold coattails behind me on that. I stood tall on that. And I've been 10 toes down ever since on it because I told y'all, so get ready for some live service games. Those exclusive walkarounds, take those off the sacrificial table. You better learn how to play multiplayer games. Destiny 2 ain't doing it for you. It's over here on Xbox. No, you can't be doing 70%. You got to get 100% because Sony lost Call of Duty. It lost the one game that we all found out that had the life support. Microsoft pulled the plug on Sony, rocked its snot box back, turned its lights off. It turned the camera lights off. It turned the electricity bill off. And now you seeing the ripple effect. You seen it. You can't doubt it. 2-year drought. After Spider-Man 2, you got Nathan. You thought you had Ghost of Yote in the spring. You thought you did. You thought you did, but you didn't. News came out. You thought you had something coming out for them PlayStation studios. You thought you did, but you didn't. And then just when your hopes were up, because we know you're not into those games, you're not into Rise of the Ronin, we call that. That starts flop. That's flippity flop. We know y'all wasn't going to do that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That was flippity flop. We knew Concord was dead on arrival. Flippity flop. Horizon, Lego, Horizon Adventure, flippity flop. Y'all on a flippity flop roll. So y'all ain't fooling nobody. Then the Xbox games come over there and y'all didn't even support that. Y'all didn't even support those games. The only game that you even did a dent on was Sea of Thieves, and out of 70 million PlayStations, 1.8 million bought the game. Y'all didn't even do that justice. Y'all didn't even do that justice. The other ones we don't even need to bring up. So now you get to state of play. This is for box. Now we got the state of play box. And for the first time, state of play finally represents PlayStation in its truest form.
Really?
Because PlayStation from the get-go was always third party. From the get-go. From its conception in America in 1996, most of all those games were third party games.
Y'all making fun of PlayStation. I'm about to grab my baby and put on my shirt.
You go put your shirt on, go grab it.
Shirt. But every
we
time
don't care.
I'm about to put on my shirt and start defending Sony here. I mean, y'all fighting my PlayStation.
Because one thing we know, Lou, you definitely ain't got it plugged in. Look, we know Lou ain't got it plugged in. We know Lou can just go over there and grab it. Look at Lou. Right. Lou, go put your PlayStation shirt on so something might happen.
Oh, shit.
That's some funny stuff. But check this out. It's serious. State of Play did something today.
What?
That just brought the accuracy to PlayStation.
That happened today?
That happened today. And they don't even have nothing to talk about for PlayStation.
But wait a minute. But wait. So you're telling me that we had a state of play that what time it happened at 5 p.m. Eastern, right? Wasn't it 5 p.m. Eastern? And everybody just focused on Microsoft's earnings instead of focusing on the state of play. I mean, damn, it's Borderlands. What's going on?
Borderlands 4, brother.
That's it. They didn't even show Wolverine. It didn't show Hakuna Matata. Nothing.
You watched that?
No, I was in a meeting. Why am I gonna watch
Did anybody in here watch it?
I don't know, because I don't know.
I don't even know. Right now. Look. To be honest with you,
only Box asked that question. How was the PlayStation State of Play? But other than that, I did not see anyone like, hey, I saw it or nothing. It's like everyone's been quiet.
I don't even look.
Yeah, what the hell going on? I mean, Famo, what is happening here, Famo? I mean, seriously, look, Famo. Look. We've been talking about this for quite some time. We've been going out there talking positive about Xbox while everyone else is looking for the negative. Like, yeah, I'm going to sell my Xbox to get a PS5 since the Xbox games are going over there. I'm like, what? I mean, dude, come on. You're seriously going to pay 70 when you pay 20? We're playing the same damn game? Come on, dude. Think with your wallet, not for the love of a box. What the hell? I think with my wallet first, and then everything around me comes second. My wallet pretty much is first when it comes to video games, right? Because hell, family, we go out there, we put our hearts out, we work so hard to make that money that if we got a game that we got to buy it, and we know it's a Game Pass, what would you rather do? Pay the 20 or pay the 70? I mean, hell, I say, man, if I pay the 20, I'm playing the same game. I'll say 50, I can use it to buy something else or to buy another game or to use it for something else. But damn, I mean, we're seeing it happen. We're seeing how Xbox keeps on growing. We're seeing how Xbox keeps on getting better and better and better. While everyone else out there was talking negative. Everyone else out there was saying, man, why should you get an Xbox? What? I mean, the other day, Pamela, I read an article. I was laughing my ass off. This one dude wrote an article just to put it out there for clickbait. He goes out there and he says, well, I got Forza Horizon on PS5. Now, why do I need an Xbox? And man, Famo, I said, hold on. Let me read. Family, when I read down the road, he starts talking about, well, I might, hold on to the Xbox because of Game Pass, some games and everything. I'm just like, dude, then why don't you write that article if you're going to hold up for Game Pass games? Because, I mean, of course, you think with your wallet, right? You're going to say someone is so, again, why did you put that on the title? Why shouldn't you own an Xbox when you're saving money? He literally answered himself in that article. It was so funny reading that. And it's incredible. They always try to look for negative things to talk about. For example, the other day I read something. I talked about it. They were talking about how, what's it called? I'm a brain froze. But they were talking about that these subscription services are not the future. I was like, okay, I got a question. What is the future, though? Because nothing is working right now. We're seeing layoffs, and this was a day before. This was literally, when did the EA layoffs happen? Was it last night, right? And I was talking about this yesterday. I was talking about, or was it the day before? I don't know, but I was talking about this week about how is this not the future? And I even said this on the show. Right now, what the future is the options. That's the future and how it's becoming. It's options, and the Xbox is pretty ahead on the options. What do I mean by the options? Well, I got my console. I got my handheld, I got my mobile, I got my PC, I got my TVs, right? I got my Fire Stick. I have options to play any Xbox game, right? Pretty much any Xbox game that I own or anything. If it has Play Anywhere and it has cloud, I can play it anywhere I want, no matter what. Because that's one of the best options Xbox has to Play Anywhere. So options right now is the future of consoles, not the exclusives. It's not the console selling. That's not the future. The future is options. So you seem to tell me that this is not the future, but where did I heard this before? I heard this, oh yeah, that's right. When Netflix came around, they said this is not the future. Blockbuster, where are you? I don't see you. What other rental place was there? We don't see it anymore because, hell, what happened? We have now an option to buy, or not to buy, to watch movies digitally. And that's an option. Or if you want to purchase your DVDs, we can purchase them. We don't have to rent them anymore. There are probably some rental places out there that I don't know about, but right now, we don't rent anymore like we used to. So we have that option. So how can you say that these subscription services are not the future? When right now, you guys go out there and even complain about $80 for games. Right now. Y'all, right now, it's skyrocketing about the $80. I mean, hell, we're going to soon pretty see that because we got Nintendo porting Mario Kart at 80. We're going to see PlayStation do it soon. We probably, hell, I'm not even going to say, probably see Xbox might do it too. PC might do it too. Everyone's going to go to 80. So at the end of the day, are we going to go out there and pay $80 for these games when you have an option for a service? I'm going to go for the service, bro. I'm going to save my money. And look at this now, family. Look how it's growing. Look how I see on the Reddit thing that Eli was talking about right there. He's literally saying that they're talking about how PS users talk about why the PS Plus is not like the Xbox One. I even said this before. They're going to soon start talking about it because they want to see that happen on their console. Because you know why? We're going to be the ones saying this. We're going to be the ones saying, hey, while you're playing the same game, we're paying 20 over here. What you doing? You're paying 70? Good luck. Be paying your 70. And sooner or later, you might see and be like, man, look at this. My wallet, man, I'm paying 140 for 2 games that Xbox brought out. But over there, they're paying 20. That's $40. God damn, what are we doing? I mean, hell, Xbox is going to start changing people's heads. People are going to start subscribing to the service. People are going to find a way to grab that subscription. And here is the result. I mean, dude, PC, 45% increase. Holy smokes, family. PC. Those guys that go out there and talk about
Steam. It's insane. Speak on it.
Everybody talk about their Steam, how Steam is awesome. Steam is beautiful. But, man, look at Game Pass creeping up little by little, little by little. Now it's at 45%. Holy smokes. I mean, that's a huge percentage of growth right there. Huge percentage. And wait till they get on those mobile cell phones, man. Wait till those storefronts start opening them up 100%. We're going to see that thing grow like crazy. Look at cloud gaming.
Lou, real quick.
What's up?
Real quick.
What's up?
Gaming revenue is up 51%.
Damn.
Right?
Yep.
55% of that is from Activision.
Uh-oh.
Duh.
Of course.
Xbox content and services are up 62%. 61% of that is from Activision. Duh. Xbox hardware is down 31%.
31?
Duh.
Kettle.
Look, you can't make this Okay, so that was in the fiscal, that was in the third quarter of 2024. Okay, that was in that one. But when you look at what they said for 2025, this is amazing. In the first quarter of 2025, Microsoft's Xbox division exceeded $5.7 billion in revenue. That's up 5%. Exactly what we talked about on the last show. The growth was slightly better than expected, low single-digit growth projections.
Of course.
While hardware revenue saw a decline of just 6%, content and service sales increased by 8%, driven by strong performances across the Xbox Game Pass and other services. So listen, Game Pass is growing. This rumor, what's up, Resident Gamer? What's up, Famo? This rumor that Game Pass has hit 50 million could possibly be.
What is that, Resident?
It's not a doubt. Look, man, the stuff is going up. It grew 5%. Look, you can't make this up. In the first quarter, we're almost at 6 billion. I want to say this again for people that may not understand revenue, profit. You know, we're gonna go to.
Hold on. We gotta put on the smart glasses. We're gonna go to Smart Talk now.
We're gonna go to kindergarten, not even kindergarten. We're gonna go to pre-K school.
Pre-K. Okay? Oh man, let me get. Oh, I got
my pre-K school.
I'm ready. I got my hammer. You know the one.
There we go. Okay. Revenue. All right. Look at revenue, kids, as the money that you spend. Right. You still gotta spend, but it's the money that you spend to put your product out for consumers to buy. That's your revenue. So when they talk about revenue increasing, that's showing you that strength with the company. Revenue shows strength because it shows where they're putting their money to facilitate the product out in the world for consumers to buy. It's like revenue is like having a warehouse with a bunch of stuff in it, and you need to get it out of the warehouse, okay? That's the revenue. So prior to this, the number was 5.3. It was roughly a little bit over 5 billion. We just got through talking about this on the last show. Me and Resident Gamer went in on that. I gave you the numbers, I broke it down, and I was even telling you this is crazy, right? Because the projection of the court and the FTC was in 2030 at 8 million. Ladies and gentlemen, Microsoft is going to get to 8 million before 2030. And they're going to gain the gaming market because they're going to flood so much content of Xbox is going to be everywhere in the mobile sector, in the PC sector. And look, mystery solved. PC gamers are going nuts over Xbox right now. PC Game Pass is blowing up. It's the PC community that has finally bowed down to Xbox greatness and is realizing that even over there on PC, there's nothing like Game Pass. So
Legal. I got a question for you though.
Real quick, I'll be done. Hold on. When you look at this 5.7 billion is a record. It's a record. It's the most ever in Xbox history ever. And that's just quarter one. What's up, Eternal Shadow? What's the question?
Question, since you use that analogy of a warehouse, and then we hear what is it, negative 6% for hardware. Does that mean we're gonna get a clearance, lower price on the console?
Of course not. What
I think we are. If that is the case, I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna lower it.
We're not gonna lower the price. That ain't gonna be lowered. Just like last generation, they get lowered.
I will be surprised that they will be the first one to lower it.
Oh, if you say you'd be surprised, yeah, that'll be a surprise. But
that's what I'm saying. As much as people is trying to say that's not true because of the tariffs or whatever the case may be,
no.
But as much as we are seeing that supposedly Xbox is not selling consoles, but you show that Amazon is number 4. To become number 1, you have to make a risk of lowering at least $100 on that console. and they will blossom real hard. As much as we are trying to say that console is not a thing, we are still looking for consoles.
That's
and I know that it's gonna sell really fast once they see, wait a minute, they are lowering. As much as they're trying to say nobody wants a console, but once they see that it's way cheaper than PlayStation, plus their Game Pass included or whatever the case may be, yes, that number that is -6 will actually become a positive real fast, real soon. As much as we're trying to deny it, I could see that happen. That's the only way, especially when you have Doom, the Dark Ages coming soon, and whatever the games that is unannounced from what Phil Spencer said, they will pretty much on that front, it will go up real fast. Just keep an eye on it, and we're gonna get surprised on that one. What was that?
I was gonna tell you something. What? I got a question for you. Simple and easy.
Finish.
I have this question in my head. Let me type it down. So go for it. Finish up.
Because I'm with Resident right here. The price will go down during the holidays, bundles, all that stuff. Yeah, but it ain't gonna stay it's not gonna stay at a discounted price. It's not.
Because then after that, if that is the case, they're not. See, the $449, I think that is a special edition that it looked like sparkle thing. But no, like I said, I think, yes, I understand for the holidays, but the thing is that they have to make it permanent if they want. They really have.
But they can't make it permanent
because
not going to do it permanent. That's what I'm saying.
It's not going to do it permanent because here's the thing, though, Shaddai. This is what you got to understand, right? Because people are confused about the whole. Because I know the
ponies, Sanchez game.
Because I know the ponies like to focus on the whole console sale thing as they think that's a win for them. But here's the thing, though, Shaddai. When you saw the ABK thing, did they go out there and were fighting?
I don't know why people are ignoring that.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
What was the main fight about PlayStation? Was it console sales?
Nope.
It was the Call of Duty and the engagement. So Shaddai, here's what's funny. What, and you see it every month. I mean, it's simple stuff. Every single month we see what is the top 10 games played on the PS5.
Is it Call of Duty, Roblox, Call of
They don't even play their own games. So what is
now,
Xbox?
real quick, Lou.
Okay, go for it.
Enough said, Lou. Right there. Stop right there.
Okay, I'll stop right there.
Eternal shout out. Watch this. Eternal shout out. The console sale for PlayStation is just perception power. It's not real power. I've been trying to get everything I've been saying, bro, is going to come to light. This is a waiting game, and I love it because most of these Xbox frauds have already broken because they don't have patience. So this is where you see a lot of them, because they want it to happen, so they can just say, it's all fun and jokes to them. But to me, it was always about keeping it true. I don't care if they stay PlayStation fans. I want them to understand that the console sales for PlayStation was never its power. It was its perception, because that's the only thing that it had to justify itself. It never had the games. Nobody can sit here and tell me that PlayStation had the games. When and where? You can't pick a year. Bro, go pick a year. Show me where PlayStation had 5 exclusives in a year. That's when you having games. Show me when they got 4 AA games on top of that with a service that's just pounding at its ass with games. The PlayStation Plus has never been that. Never been that. When the PlayStation VR came out, do you want to know what the #1 reason why it flopped? It had no games.
And not even back.
What are we talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Look, and nobody can tell me nothing, bro. I don't have to have a damn PlayStation, right? I played the PlayStation. I was playing the PlayStation probably before most of these PlayStation owners around here had a PlayStation. I had some of my friends, bro, were stealing PlayStations out of colleges, bro. They were stealing the PlayStation 2s. I didn't know this shit. I was just going over there like, damn, you got the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 was a hot cake to take, bro. People just had them all laying around. You could steal it and just go and hook it. It was crazy times. But I played the dog shit out of PlayStation. Nobody can tell me that even the damn controller, the controller was not built for extended long periods of gameplay. It never was. But it was one hell of a fighter stick. That PlayStation controller was one hell of a fighter stick.
But I have something to say.
If you love fighters, the PlayStation controller is undefeated when it came to that.
But I have something to say though.
Oh shit! But hold on, let me cook.
Go.
Dog shit. The rubber starts falling off. It was never meant for no hardcore gaming, right? The way the damn thing sits, the way the analog sits right across from each other already proves that. It's not meant for stuff like that. But you couldn't argue the fact that it sold. Once that damn PlayStation 2 cursed it, it cursed it. I did a show, shout out, before I met you. What happened to the PlayStation fans? It was called something like that. I broke it down, Jay Rich. I said, look, I know everybody else wants to ignore it. Fine, ignore it, right? Ignore it. Yes, you can, Games. Give me 1 second. You sitting your ass up into this whole damn time and didn't say a word.
Games! Man, hey, family, listen.
I'm going to cook real quick, and I'm going to pass Games the mic so we can get up out of here. But I want to say this real quick, Lou.
He got his
the quicker I say this, I get it over with.
Okay.
I want people to know this because there's, like Lou said, we saw everything at the FTC. Nobody should be blind no more about PlayStation.
Exactly.
That there's no reason for anybody to be, because all the answers came out there. But prior to, right? And real quick, Games. Summary. The PlayStation 2 sold 155 million consoles. Right? Name me another damn console or PlayStation that even got close to that. You can't. Now, let's just go right to PlayStation 3. Only 89 million or 90 million of those got sold. So what happened to the other 60 million? Here's the mystery, y'all. If you lived in that lifetime like I did, I knew where the other 60 was. They were watching movies. They were buying PlayStation consoles to watch movies. They wasn't playing games on it. That's your
it was a DVD player.
It was a damn DVD player. Now, people can sit up here, write games, and act like they don't know that. But we telling you, we lived it. We saw it, right? Because when the PlayStation 4 came out, they still didn't retain that number. They still didn't retain it. From 90 million, they only gained about another 20 million at that. That's it. It only sold 115 million. So where did that other 20 million came from the angry Xbox fans. Because look at the numbers. 360 sold almost 85 million. The Xbox One ended up selling 60 million. It's right there. It's right there. We lost our 20. And we lost the other 20 or the 30 to 20 million that PlayStation 3 gamers went to 360. So if Xbox get it together, right? If Xbox gets it together, they can get some of them swing gamers back. They can get some of those mad Xbox fans back. And man, you got a damn shot at it. And I've said this, I know people want to laugh, but it ain't that hard. All Xbox has to do is put out some badass games that we know
exactly.
It is truest form. It don't need to be in just a console form. Its truest form is PC console. How do we know this? The first one was PC console.
But see,
everybody's ass. We ain't never had a console like that since then. So eternal shout out. Xbox has never needed to sell consoles to outwit the industry.
Exactly.
Wait. I have to stop you right there. One thing. Yes, I will stop you right there. As much as we're trying to say you don't need consoles.
I didn't say that.
Well, remember, Microsoft doesn't need it because that's not the main one. I get it. My thing is this: when you enter somewhere, I don't care what it is, you have to back it up. So if you enter the console space, you pretty much have to take care of that console. As wait, no, because I know what he's gonna say. The future, what you said, Lou, that is subscription and options.
Games, you can come in whenever you feel like it.
Okay, and I'll give you that. Exclusives, no matter how you look at it, they're very important. No matter how you look at it. No, what you could say, you could say all you want.
Let him talk.
No, that's fine. I like his reaction because I knew that was gonna happen. So let me poke him.
I'm gonna attack you. I'm gonna attack you. Take you down without.
Okay, no, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Remember, okay. For people that the people that knows wrestling or whatever it is, the only way that you could see WrestleMania is on Peacock. That's the only way. The same thing with, I remember with Disney, they have a lot of Marvels on Netflix until it was pulled, and it's only exclusive.
For this.
See what? But that's what I mean. For you to bring, even though it's a service that is everywhere, because that's what it is, everywhere. You have to put something there to emphasize, to get the people like your service, no matter how you look at it. So when I say console is important, is because when I heard you, Legal, and Lou, it's because I'm like, a company like Microsoft has so many products that they have to cover, and they really want to be the number one on no matter what department it is. They want to be number one on
hurry it up, Eternal. You dragging this simple situation.
Okay.
I won't game
go. So let me go to the point. Like Eli said, if they lower the price, that console will go up. That's the only part that we saw that it was going down, and that could actually go up. Whatever they felt on PlayStation.
Okay, look, real quick. Hold on. Let me do this, because this is not this. I'm not dragging. This is simple. Eli just said it, and I'm a Eternal. You have a VHS mindset, bro. You got to break out of that.
I was gonna show that right now.
Let me tell you what. But let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. You are talking about something, right? That is still in its youth. Those services like Tubi, Disney Plus, all these are not old. They're not old stuff. Streaming services is the new wave. It just took over about 15 to 10 years ago. This is not old technology. There's subscription plans. There's subscription brands that are being created almost every day that they're trying to get you to subscribe to them, right? So there's still room. That door in that house or that mansion of streaming videos is broad still. It's fresh. Now where you trying? What legal? Come on. Okay, go back 40 years. That's how sad this is. We gotta go back 40 years, Jago. When the gaming industry first got kick-started, I don't think these guys realized just how many consoles were out there. You don't know their names.
3DO Panasonic,
because
3DO Panasonic, Atari Jaguar.
All kinds,
oh my
right?
God. I mean, I can keep a ladies.
You can name them in 10 years, right? Look, in 10 Jago, I want Jago to do this for me.
But that's their thing. They have to cover that.
But here's the thing.
That's not being a 40-year-old mindset.
Yes, hold on. This is easy. You're right. Listen, I just said, give me 10 years of it. Jago 6, with your knowledge, please type the 10 years of just consoles from any era. I don't care. If you want to do 80s to 90 or 90 to 2K, just name them. Because people don't realize that when something is fresh, it's all game. But once things get settled in, things start falling off, and the what you was successful in the beginning starts to fade. The console sale has faded 10 years ago. It died in 2013. We gotta let it go.
I'm not saying that I'm not letting it know. You know you're misunderstanding what I'm trying to say, right?
No, I'm not. Listen, because we don't even have to go there anymore. Watch, I'm gonna do it. The industry suffered because it kept trying to hold on to it, like Eli was saying. It hurts the industry. It's hurting right here. It's hindering. There you go. And hindering is the proper word for it, because greatness is really in the future. The possibility for gaming to take gaming where it really needs to go is that way. We don't go backwards. Nobody goes backwards thinking, oh, going the same way is going to keep producing success. When technology advances, we got to go along with it.
Exactly.
I'm not disagreeing.
Hold on. This is my point. Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, Nintendo, NES, GC, Wii U, Xbox, OGs, always, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. You don't have all of this no more. I mean, what we have now is just 3.
Okay.
Even Stadia couldn't make it. We got 3 now. It's just 3. And what 3 can do. So Xbox had to say, you know what? The console sale is not where we are going to master the Xbox tech. We see that. We cannot compete with Xbox and PlayStation when it comes to just this console sales. They're going to outsell us every time. So any great business is not going to stay. Any great business is not going to stay on a solution to the problem of what's not going to make it successful. Okay? So what Microsoft said was, when they created Game Pass, when they looked at the services is not a new thing. It's an old thing. But what Microsoft looked at was, how are we going to keep our engagement? Because look, it was only Microsoft that had the multiplayer games with the campaign games. They're the only ones that have it. They got there still to this day, more than anybody. And they looked at that and they said, you know what? We're going to attack what we're strong at. We're going to make a service game. We're going to make a service that correlates to our fans, and we're going to build from that. And when they did that, they took the essence of really what makes the industry strong. That's content and services. See, but we didn't know this because we were stuck on just, I think I made games real mad, but listen, we were stuck on just console sales because that's all we knew. But what we didn't realize was that the industry was suffering. Okay? Game Serials, come on in and say what you need to say.
Okay, but real quick, I just gotta ask Shaddai one question. Shaddai, what happened these past couple of days? I don't know if you've seen the movie places real quick, but what happened these past couple of days?
Exactly, Hebot.
I mean, I gotta tell you something real quick. What happened these days? What movie came out and literally broke box office? What was that movie called?
You're talking about Minecraft?
Oh, okay. And here I'm gonna start cooking from there. Look at Minecraft. Why is Minecraft really recognized? Why is it? Was it exclusive or was it everywhere?
Well, from what I know, it's multi-platform.
Nothing else to say. I mean, Minecraft kicked
Game Serial speak
in the movie place. So
yeah, I'll let you finish.
And knowing that, I mean, that tells you that what Microsoft's strategy is working, because it's to make the games healthier, the industry healthier. Because hell, staying stuck on one console, because we're not in the Nintendo era where these characters became super popular. You got to get them out there to get them popular. So what happens when you get them popular? People are going to start looking on the guy who makes these games and say, okay.
Hey, hold on, Katie.
That's what's happening.
Say something then.
Oh, I'm trying to let you say it.
Okay, go. I'll tackle Shaddai later. Go for it, Games. I'll tackle Shaddai later because I got a lot to say to him.
So crazy. Not crazy. No. What's the dude name?
Shaddai.
Yeah, in terms of that. You talk about exclusive content, right? Do I need a PlayStation to play PlayStation games?
Nope.
As of right now, no, because it's on PC.
But explain to him. He asked.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
But
because,
go ahead. Sorry. No. Because you never got the no, because I'm like, when you want to buy
a chance to speak, game, speak.
No, because I'm like, no, because I'm like, okay, when I go to Steam, because they like to use Steam, I'm like, what do they? It's a PlayStation game, and what do they use? They have to use what? Windows OS to run that.
Yes.
That's what comes to my mind. I'm like, so that means they gotta go under Microsoft whether they like it or not. But go ahead.
Yeah, but you compare it to movies and Netflix to gaming. It's two different services. But the reason why, because the reason why Disney pulled the Marvel, to Netflix, because Disney owns Hulu.
Exactly.
So,
thank you. Go ahead. You're going where I was thinking. Go ahead.
Yeah, but see, that's a different thing, because movies and gaming are two different entertainment platforms. Like, but I can do the same thing with music, right? And let's say you was a rapper, right? Let's say League was a rapper, right? From Dallas or Houston, right? He's one of those drill rappers, and he wants to put his music only on Spotify. Not Apple Music, not everywhere. Where he get the same attraction? No, he had to put everywhere to get the money, right? So movies is different than and TV shows is different than gaming.
I gotta say this, good one. That was good analogy, and I agree.
But I was gonna say the similarity of what he's saying to what I'm saying. They're pretty much services. That's the one that I'm talking about.
Let me say this real quick. Name shows used right, but let me use something else. He-Bot, Jago6, even Crazy Lou. I don't know if they had it in Dominican Republic, but to all of those that were in the 80s, right? They're all gonna understand what I'm about to say. There was a time when there wasn't no music videos for our culture, right?
Yep.
Because hip hop was built on blacks and Puerto Ricans, okay? And there was no outlet. You had MTV that would not play black people music, right? You had Motown and all these people, but we didn't have VH1 would put certain type of music out there that was soulful, right? But we couldn't get in. We couldn't get in nowhere. But watch this. But when you succeed, like Michael Jackson did, MTV had no choice but to put Michael Jackson on their show, and Thriller came out. Well, before Thriller, but we had Beat It and you had Billie Jean. But when Thriller came out, there was no turning away. There was no turning away. Before, you just had certain music played on certain things. But as the industry grew and more artists became bigger than life, their videos started sharing across each other's wavelength. So you got Michael Jackson on VH1. Now you got Michael Jackson on MTV. Now you got Michael Jackson on BET. Notice BET. All of these places were places where they played videos in the beginning. All this stuff that you see now, that came later. The series, the stations, and MTV started the reality shows. That did not start until like 91, 92. MTV was out in like 79, 80 when that came out. So you're looking at 10 years, like I said, of just get in where you fit in. But after a while, people stop looking at video. Videos didn't even have color in them like that. And you got colored and look, videos got color. But after a while, things start settling down. Now you don't hear the word MTV no more. Nobody talks about MTV no more. You know what we go to look at videos today? YouTube. You guessed it. Vivo. Type it in, got the video. Nobody talks about MTV no more. You don't go and turn on your TV to watch a video. You go to watch it on mobile. Videos are mobilized now. Everybody wants to watch a video from their phones and stuff and their tablets. Because why? Times have changed. And guess what? Where TV kept things exclusive, they never could get the views like YouTube gets. Never. Stations could never get the views like they get today. An artist today used to sell their music and it go distribution, right, Game Girls, to a CD. a CD. Games. How many Games is from New York? I'm from Texas, but Games is from New York, the mecca of hip hop, where mixtapes were sold out the trunks. Everybody did that. It went from the stores. Games, you know, FYI. What else?
Yeah. Best Buy.
Famo, you know where I'm going with this. You don't have them stores today. Because what was the source in the beginning is never the future. You never hold on to that. That's just to get things going. Look, the CD player. Everybody lost their minds over the CD player. Then it evolved into the CD changer, where you could put 6 CDs. Then it evolved into the 12-disc player Games, and you was the baddest boy on the block, Hebot, when you had 12 CDs in your disc drive, and you could just rotate 12 albums. You thought you was the shit. In 2025, Hebot, Dolan Knight, nobody talks about a damn 12-player CD player audio equipment in a car anymore. You know what we got today? Bluetooth, bitch. We go and type in a song playlist. You can make a playlist.
Man, you can go YouTube find old songs like in the 80s, the 70s, 80s, Billie Jean, Motown,
Exactly.
Smokey Robinson.
Right. So to me, Eternal Shout-Out is correct. And it's time. Exclusives were very important. Exclusives was the all and be all.
Yep.
In 2025, they aren't.
It never was.
Well, why do that? But that's what I'm saying. I will not be able to see. That's why I'm using it as an example.
Yeah, but I'm
not gonna be able to see. But I understand where you're coming from. But at this time, that's why I use right now, let's say Raw or whatever the case may be, Marvel, put it that way. I'm not gonna go back to Netflix because it's not there, knowing that it's all over the place because it's exclusive to Disney. That's what I'm saying.
But wait a minute,
Eternal.
But wait a minute, hold on, wait, hold on.
Hold on. Eternal Shout-Out. Where can you only get Game Pass at?
PC and Xbox.
No,
that's it.
That's it. I get it. No, I get it. But you know,
you can't get Game Pass on your PlayStation.
No,
you can't get Game Pass on Nintendo.
No, I get that, but that's what I'm saying. And I think at the beginning I said I know that's an app.
But Eternal, that's what I'm saying. Look at what's exclusive today. It's not a hardware game or a hardware console. The exclusive now power is in the service and the content. That's where it's at.
But Shaddai, Spider-Man is even in Netflix right now. Go ahead, look for it. Spider-Man is in Netflix. I mean, listen, Shaddai, the thing is, you got to understand something right now, because look, I talked about this the other day with the whole Minecraft situation. I sat down and talked about it, like how did Minecraft become so popular? We did not even see it. I mean, hell, that thing even kicked Mario's butt in the movies. It's like, how the hell did this game did it? And it's because what do kids nowadays play? I mean, right now, I just look at the top 10 games played on the Nintendo, and guess which one is number 1? Is it Mario? Nope.
It ain't
Minecraft.
Okay.
It's Minecraft.
But as much as you try, but wait, as much are you trying? As much.
And here's the thing. Okay, this is what
as much as you're trying to say Minecraft.
Okay.
The first thing that they will say is that Nintendo is the only one that brings a lot of exclusives to that. Even when having exclusive, it sold 150.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I gotta go, Leroy. Hold on. So in terms of sunshine, so you tell me that Nintendo fans buy Nintendo consoles for exclusives?
Portability.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, I also gotta understand, Shout-Out.
Portability, because I have it for portability, whatever it is,
because
for being portable,
Nintendo
and because I like their exclusive.
Nintendo
so you bought the GameCube?
The what?
So you bought the GameCube?
I bought the GameCube, yes.
How much did the GameCube sold?
That was not a whole lot.
So why?
I think it was like 30 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Hold on. How much the GameCube sold?
I think like 30 million, 40 million?
No, less than that.
Nope.
No, because at that time I wasn't even paying attention to sales.
21 million. $21 million. You got his ass kicked by the OG Xbox.
Go to the Wii U.
No. The Wii U too easy. You gotta ask him about you gotta ask him about the OG Xbox.
Right.
Why?
Wait, what was that?
Why did the OG Xbox beat the GameCube?
Like I said, during that time I wasn't even paying attention.
I'm just asking you why. I know you're not paying attention back then. Why though?
Probably because of the power that it came from, that it had a hard drive inside there.
No. Because the Xbox had more third-party support than the GameCube.
See, because I wasn't paying during that time, I wasn't paying attention.
So what's Nintendo weakness all these years? Third party, right?
Right.
Because third party, right? Third party games make the console life cycle extended for another extended. Why? Because they're still making Xbox One games. They're still making PS4 games.
Right.
And people still, exclusive dies, after the generation over. Mm-hmm. So if the GameCube has Smash Brothers, Pokemon, and all of these games, like, why are they sold 20 million? Why did he beat the PS2? Because the GameCube had better games than the PS2.
I done told you why. We know why. We lived it. Look.
Yeah. So why did the Dreamcast fail?
Right. To games defense.
Hold on.
I gotta do this, man, before you get too far, because you said something. The top 10 biggest PlayStation 5 games of 2025 so far by debut player count. Watch this. Number 1, Monster Hunter Wilds. Number 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Number 3, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Number 4, Split Fiction. Number 5, Expedition 33. There's no PlayStation game. Consoles exclusives are not the reason people are going out buying consoles.
They never do that.
They did it back in the day.
No, not me. We're back in the day. No, I didn't buy PS2. Legal.
Famo, listen. They did it. We had 2 choices. If you want to play Mario, you bought Nintendo. If you wanted to play Sonic, you bought a Sega.
Yeah, but legal.
You couldn't play Mario on Genesis, bro.
But legal. I didn't buy PS2, and they had a lot of the games.
I didn't either.
I didn't buy PS3.
I didn't buy PlayStation 1.
I didn't buy PlayStation 1.
Don't listen to them, baby. I got you.
I didn't buy PlayStation 4.
I didn't buy the Genesis.
Right. I bought you, baby. I bought you, baby. Don't be mad. I bought you.
I bought the Genesis and I bought the Sega Master System. But guess what? I bought those games because in the arcade is where I played those games. I wanted those games in my hand. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to play Plumber Man, break bricks, and jump on Goombas. I was into Shinobi. I was into Ultra Beast. I was into Golden Axe. I was into the real Double Dragon. Okay? So
you were gory.
Well, I was in the arcade. So
I was in the arcade too, but I had a Nintendo and I did play some Sega too. And I didn't have a Sega game here.
I want a Nintendo for the fact that everybody had one. In my day of growing up, consoles were not scarce. Okay? Your friends had a console. So it didn't make sense for me to get what everybody else got. There's no excitement in that. I was the only kid. And you know what I found out? This is what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. Jago knows this. We lived it. But we lived that era. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand. Because I had a Sega Genesis and a Sega Master System, guess where the kids wanted to go to? Guess which house they wanted to come to? They wanted to come to mine. When you put something out different from what everybody else is doing, gamers are going to come. It was just a matter of time, Ray G and Dolanite, for the world to wake up to Game Pass. We've been sitting here waiting. We're like, how long are you going to be a zealot and make no sense? You're going to sit here and tell me I'm a coupon gamer. Oh, you're a welfare gamer because for a cheaper price, I get abundance of games. Screw you on
Yeah,
your
but I
physical.
want to tell you something, right? Game development costs a lot of money,
Yeah,
so you
screw,
don't call
look,
you don't
they
call
don't
me a
support the
coupon
game.
gamer.
Look,
But
stupid shit like that works on feeble mindset gamers of today.
Mhm.
But stupid words like that don't work on OG gamers like me. I laugh at stupidity like that. I wish when I was a kid, me and Lou used to talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Imagine us as a kid with all this shit. Oh,
If my look, shut up.
Oof.
I could only get 2 games a year, if that, one game a year, right? So the power was in the community. See, Microsoft understands these core values. They understand this because most of them people are older than us, and they remember this era. So they understand that the power's in the community. We were trading games out. When you beat a game, you snuck over to your friend. Hey, here, take that. You play here, give me that, and that's the power of community.
Yeah, we all
right?
man. Yeah, I was a preacher on that. We all been doing that for years. My friend had a GameCube. I had a GameCube. We exchanged games in the local. Oh yeah, then we you know.
Now, game sure. Why do we exchange games?
Because that's the point. Yeah, we used to do that, man. And only that, my cousin used to come from Jamaica.
Yeah.
He had a PlayStation. You know, I had an Xbox. I mean, I got a PlayStation. He had a PlayStation 1. I got a GameCube on an N64. You know, and just like most people just buy these consoles because of what their friends at. Like, and that's basically what 99%. Look, if exclusive was the number one reason why the people buy a console, then Capcom and EA, all of them have a console right now. No,
right,
all right, because that would mean there would be no third
party. Always ruled the industry.
Yeah,
always ruled it. If you take
third party game, it's the third party too. It's about system sellers. What like what? For example, right? There's a documentary called G4 Icons, right? They had a documentary of Splinter Cell, right? When even Ubisoft said it, right? When they showed Splinter Cell in 2002, right, on the OG Xbox. You know, it was on the GameCube, it was on the PS2, but it showed the power. People buy a freaking Xbox like me to play Splinter Cell. I never buy an Xbox to play Halo. I saw Splinter Cell graphic. Holy shit! This shit looks, my bad, because I started cursing. But this looks amazing. The shadows, my brother's like, yo, this looks amazing. That's why we bought the damn console. Yeah, we bought Halo, but see, the reason why we bought these exclusive, and plus, the reason why we had exclusives internal, whatever your name is, internal, because all of these, systems have different architectures, man. Back then, these systems have different architectures, so that's one reason why you have exclusive. That's why Halo's only on Xbox. That's why games like God of War is only on what? PlayStation. Now, to this day, these systems have the same architecture, dude. That's why they can port Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation easily. Right? You can port these games from everywhere, dude. Like, you don't need
the comment game. I want to give a shout out to Not a Cypher. We don't see him around in these streets that much. So welcome to Di-RRec Gaming, man. Make yourself at home, brother. Look, Not a Cypher said this. We love to see new faces. Gaming on PC allow me to discover Xbox gaming. I went from PlayStation 4 to a high-end PC. Now I have 5,000 digital games, and I'm
subscribed. This is my man with the 5,000 digital games. What's up, man?
That's the mindset of gamers. Gamers today, Night of Cypher is literally speaking. Let me Game Sure, I'm gonna let you continue to cook. I got a 13-year-old son. Game Sure, what does he play?
He played 2K, right?
2K. Do you know what he just told me? When we was in the candy bars and and then he whispering to me, you know what he told me? I'm going up against an NBA player right now. I told him to text it to me he's gonna text me. He said he's up against an NBA player right now on the game, going up against him. My son is a monster, bro. He loves to beat donkeys on that game. The donkeys are always talking shit. They're loudmouths. He loves them. He says, man, you always know when a PlayStation guy gets online. They always talking shit and they're garbage. He said, I love whooping them. He told me I love playing them. I don't even know. Hold on. Tell me the guy you was playing against. And I'm gonna tell you. He just told me.
Let me tell you something. This is what I love my Xbox.
Real quick, Lou, I wasn't done. Hold on, man.
I was gonna show something.
I want you to hold your thought. I'm almost done.
Okay, you've been
kids today. Everybody can agree with this. Kids today, they don't care about a damn exclusive.
They don't care.
They don't care. We're the ones that care because that's the era we came in. But guess what? Here's the truth. Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo cannot cater just to us. There's not enough of us. There's more youth today playing video games than it is us. But eternal shout out. Put some respect on us, right? Because gaming is not a little kid sport. The average gamer's age is 35, 36, 37. It's a grown man's game. This is not no little bitty kid shit. Little kids ask their parents for their video games. These adults are buying video games, not little bitty kids. So they had us messed up back in the day. Yeah, we were called geeks, weirdos, and all that. We didn't get the girls. But guess what? Guess who you see on broadcasters more than anybody? Females. Go ahead, Games. Keep cooking. I just wanted to.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Lou.
Okay, let me tell you something. One of the big reasons I love Xbox, I'm going to show you why. Can you imagine me nowadays?
Yeah,
let me show you something as a kid right now, right? Can you imagine me being a kid like I used to do back in the day? Imagine me right now doing this.
Dolanite.
Let me grab this sucker right here. All right, like I did back in the day. Let me put this thing in the bag real quick. Yeah. Let me put this. Now let me take several games on the trip. Yeah. Let's put this right here. All right. Oh, let me grab the controller too. Let me put the cables in, and that's it. Now it's time to close this bag. I can't even close this shit. Kid, this is how we were back in the day. And I keep showing you guys this because it's the truth. That's how we were. Now look at this bag. Look how heavy it is with that shit in there. This is why I love Xbox, right? And this is another reason why you even said Nintendo's portability, awesome. But man, with Xbox doing what it's doing, all I have to do is this, Shaddai. All I have to do is this. I don't have to unplug this big thing like I used to. Take it in my bag. Because you got to take it in your backpack. Because if you put it in the suitcase nowadays, you'll probably steal it. All I got to do is this, bro. Just grab this. Put my little controller in there right there. My little Elite controller in here. Pack it in there, man. Grab my Fire Stick. And go. And sooner or later, listen, look how much weight my back lost right there. I mean, this is simple.
Yep.
How comfortable? How comfortable are you that everything?
Later, I'm gonna take this. This little thing is gonna become an Xbox handheld, not the Nintendo Switch. We're gonna get a handheld.
No, let me tell you. Let me ask you something.
Take it with me, and that's
let's see how. Let's see how.
Oh, here it comes with this physical and crap. Shut up! You come with the physical stuff. But shut up and listen. I gotta tell you.
No. Let's see. No. You let go of the mindset on where you are.
Versus shout out night.
No. See, that's the problem with him. He got too much of that mentality of digital thing, and he's not understanding where he is right now. For him, he shouldn't be talking about digital at all. He shouldn't be talking about digital at all.
Wait a minute. Hold up a second. So wait a minute. You're saying that my country's back behind, so you're dissing my country now?
Are you
stable? I'm about to whip your ass right here.
Are you stable? Yes.
My internet is stable, man. I got
no. Don't give me that. Believe me.
Working fine. My internet's working fine. I'm live with you, aren't I?
No. That's not what I meant. Okay. You know that there's some things that I don't, because that's reality. See, and you don't want to hear reality.
What is the reality?
Because reality is when you know where you're stepping on.
Oh, hold on.
Because that means if where I'm living, I love digital. That's fine because because it is, what is it?
Okay.
Accessibility. That's being accessibility.
Okay. Keep going because I'm about to
shut you down. You ready? It's not. I'm not talking about.
This is not me, but I'm about to shut you down.
Okay, let's see. I want to see that.
Shut you down. California.
What you're gonna
forces digital stores to admit you're just licensing content, not buying it. Even the physical disc say it's a license nowadays.
Okay.
No,
that's fine.
I see you, Famo. Appreciate you, brother.
It's right here.
How can you say digital? No. How can you say digital is the future, even if you own it or not own it?
Oh my God!
Knowing that you're not stable over there. Can you rent? Because I don't think I live in the United States, and I think outside the box.
Right now, and rent me a DVD. Go to Blockbuster right now.
No. What you're gonna do when you don't have internet? What are you gonna do with no internet?
What?
Think outside the box.
Okay, hold on, Eternal. Okay, hold on, Lou, and Eternal. Eternal. It doesn't matter anymore. See, that's old. Exactly. The physical disc.
No. That's why you need physical as a backup. You cannot put a lot of eggs in the basket.
Famo, listen to me, Famo.
Yo, Spain just lost.
Famo, listen. I'm trying to tell you something.
Yo, they just showed you.
This is why.
Famo, listen.
Yo, I think outside the box.
Eternal shout out. Do you think I can play? I got powerful internet. Do you think if I don't have internet that I can play my physical copies on my Xbox? Yes or no?
Yes.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can because
because
I have a game that I turned off my internet and it did work.
You can't play all your games on the without having internet just because you got a physical.
That's copy. If it requires internet.
Eternal shout out. You have to download and get your updates, and all of that stuff is in the initial.
Hey, legal. I have one quick
oh my
God. Okay, ready? Eternal, right? If I make a video game, right?
Oh, my son was going up against real quick. My son was going up against Kenny Lofton Jr.
Nice.
Okay. Right. All right. So if I make a game right now, right? It came out today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one is on physical, right? And you bought the physical copies, 1.0, everything, right? Then over the years, I patch, right?
Patch, brain.
Yeah, patch the game, patch everything, right? Okay. Right? Then 5 years later, you try to play the game physical and without no internet, and you didn't patch the game 5 years later. How are you going to play it?
Okay. Let's put it this way. Again,
you can't.
That's because.
Hey, hold on. Let me say. I want to hear this.
Yeah, it's funny because one time ago I had this situation. They was like, "You need internet." The same thing that you guys are saying. And I turned off my internet.
Wait, legal. Wait. Well, I'm gonna hear this.
Wait.
I know
legal. Legal. I understand what you're saying, and I have I had the same debate, and I'm like, I know 100% sure that I had a game that it does not. No, it didn't. No, I know. I get. See, thank you. No, you just mentioned it. Not all. Yes, that is true. But there are games. There's one game that I couldn't play. Is JRPGs because I like JRPGs, and I couldn't play it because of a damn freaking leaderboard. Because it needs a connectivity for that. A JRPG just because of that crap that I don't need.
Hey, Eternal. Eternal. Do you know Far Cry 4 got a patch for 60 frames?
Okay, they did that. They should have done it at the beginning. Yes.
And guess what? If you got the disc, you can't play that.
Exactly.
Okay. Again, I have a game.
Okay.
Yes, but I understand because this is the thing. For me, it falls flat. For me, it falls flat.
Hold on, everybody. Look, you have to have
legal
an internet.
Legal, let me cut this real quick. Wait, because listen, I gotta tell you something. This discussion. Hold on, wait. Just let me say, if you're gonna discuss with Shaddai, it's not gonna be in this show because this is a discussion that takes with him for hours because he's still with the whole physical media crack.
It is not. You are saying the wrong thing.
Let me finish.
No, you're talking nonsense because that's not what I meant. That is not what I meant. I am not stuck in the past. I am not stuck in the past.
No. I didn't say the past. You're still with the physical media crap. I said. That's all I said. But here, listen to what I gotta say.
I have proof. Anyways,
you have had this discussion 300 times, and yet we keep telling you, dude. We literally give up on you because you just don't want to sit down and realize what's happening.
And I show you, in a video, and I show you in a video.
Listen, stop. Time out.
All right, I gotta go. Man. You gotta
It's simple. Listen, it's simple. This is why y'all need to talk a lot because y'all don't get to the simplicity of it. It's simple. There's nothing wrong with Eternal shout out what he's saying. What I'm saying is you have to have internet connection for the initial startup. You have the game has to be validated.
It's not like back in the days you bought an OG Xbox game and the game and hold on, Lego. It's not back in the
stop.
Here it goes.
We know. Look,
back in the days, every game is complete. There's no patches.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always 1.0. Right now, there's games today still getting patched. Like for example, I have a lot of physical Wii games on internal. There's no patches that time, but now every game's getting patched and updates. It's like you have to have internet to play these games. Now, can you play these games offline? Yeah, you can, but you can, but it's very but most of these games you have to have internet. Now, I love physical. As legal, I'm the physical nut here. I think physical. I want to own my games, but guess what? You don't own your games. I own my game, so remember that.
Look. I'll put it like this. I'm a person that I know that you don't really own shit. You don't. That's something you want to tell yourself that you do. Nobody really owns anything.
I agree.
Right. So I don't give a damn if somebody wants to get a house, right? Dedicate a shrine room to all the fucking video games they ever own in their life. Don't die. It only matters that you're alive. Don't die. Mm-hmm. I don't care, right? And you can make shrines of the shit. I don't care if you're a digital person and you 10,000 digital games. So shut up. You got 10,000 games. Don't die. Mm-hmm. Because when you die, none of that shit goes with you. Nobody cares. Whoever's your ancestors, you think they're gonna live in a house with your shit in there? No, that's not how it works. They're gonna sell your shit because that only mattered to you. They don't go with you nowhere. So this notion of physical is better than digital, they're not. It's a great preference to have. So there's benefits in having physicals. Look, shut up. I bought the Assassin's Creed Collector's Edition. And I have the physical copy, right? My son has the Series S, so he can't play. I gotta fucking buy another digital copy. But this is the reason why I don't do physical, right? Because the beauty in the digital is that I can buy one game one time and he can play what I buy. So that's the benefit. But if it was just me and I stopped doing that physical copy shit 15 years ago, bro. You ever move and you fucking packing that shit? And then it gets annoying, brother. Shells of that shit.
Legal. Just a small question for you. What's up? I wanted to see what will you do in a situation like this. If you live in Spain and you had that blackout, what will you do?
If we had a blackout, you ain't gonna play shit. It's a blackout.
Exactly. That's a blackout.
That's the problem with digital right there. Thank you.
But that doesn't.
Don't explain no more. Don't explain. Case closed.
Oh my God! In
a blackout, you're not playing anything.
You're not playing.
Yo, I could go. Actually, I could go on my Switch. I could go on my Switch.
Generator? A Switch. Famo,
a Switch. I'm talking about a Switch.
Yes, you can. Hold on, look. Yes, you can get your Switch, and in 2 hours your Switch is dead.
It's dead. Yeah.
If I have hey, that's why nowadays let's go. No, let's go nowadays. Like you could have a power bank or whatever you have, whatever voltage you have.
Hold on. I'm about to kill you with this one because I gotta tell you something. If you're
that's a great benefit.
No, wait. I'm gonna kill you with this one. If you're in the middle of a blackout.
The last thing you're thinking about is playing
usually it never happens, and it does happen. You're not going to be playing video games. You're going to be attending your family. You're going to be attending, and you're going to be looking outside for people not coming in your house.
Look, that's the problem. That's the problem with him. That's the problem. See, he doesn't. He doesn't know how situation goes. Instead of taking,
shut up.
No, Eternal. No,
come on now.
No, look, Eternal. What you said is a benefit. What you said, yes, I agree. That would be a benefit.
Wait.
That's why. That's pretty much it. That's why I have to think more than that.
But look what Django said. People, all games are digital. It's the media on which said game is copied. That's what I was saying. CD, DVD, Blu-ray, HD, SD, NVMe, etc. The storage medium.
That's why I think out of my comfort zone. Sometimes you gotta be out of your comfort zone.
Let me speak, because you guys let me speak. Because you know what, Sada, you asked me a question right now. I live in Dominican Republic. We have bad blackouts.
Crazy Louis, it's you. It's all you, brother. It's all you. Sorry for cutting off. Go for it.
I had Nintendo, NES. I had Super Nintendo when there wasn't any lights. If the generator didn't turn on, what did I do? As a kid, I grabbed my bicycle, went outside. If it was at night, I had to wait till the lights came back on. So hell, even though we had batteries, that sometimes came in, sometimes it didn't, because I lived in a situation like that. But when you're in that situation, especially in Spain, because if you've never been in Spain, let me tell you about the culture in Spain. They do not have gas stoves. They have electric stoves. You know what those people were doing over there? They're trying to find a way to eat food. They didn't talk about, let me go play Nintendo. They didn't do nothing like that.
You know what that lets you know? Be thinking outside your comfort zone. Very easy to understand that.
Shadai, the thing is, Shadai, you're thinking like you're a kid, but this is not a kid situation. When there's a blackout, nobody is looking to play a game. What you're looking at is, wait, if somebody comes to my door to sit for me.
Oh, legal. Really? Wait, legal.
Oh wow.
I think I don't know if it's two.
Oh wow.
What was it? 2008, 7? Didn't the Northeast had a blackout, a major blackout?
And what you do? You told me you play video games and it was nighttime? You played
video games? Actually, at that time, well, there was no PSP, no nothing. Oh. So I did play some there.
Oh.
I can't remember. So there's always a second option. That's what happens when you think.
Oh
yeah.
Let me say this.
Because your phone is not going to save you for video games.
Let me say this, Eternal Shout-out. Most people today pick and choose what they want to spend their money on, right?
True.
Oh my God.
I used to have cases and cases and cases of CDs. Music. Cases and cases and cases. I don't give a shit about that. Today, I don't give a shit about that. I used to have Blu-ray. Listen, man, you want to talk about movie collections? I had them from discs. I had them from where you put the disc in and pull it out, to Betamaxes, to VHSs, to all the way to Blu-rays. Movies upon movies. I don't give a shit about that shit no more. All right. I know Hebot is a, what's up, Bonty in the building? Bomba Clock. I know Hebot is an avid physical owner, right? But it only matters if you're alive. Don't matter after that. Hebot said, if I pay $70, you better own it. I know people who spend over hundreds of dollars to have streaming services, and they don't own one of those fucking things. I know people who spend hundreds of dollars to go to the movie theaters because they don't like to sit at home and watch the shit from a small screen. I know people like this. It's only important to you. It doesn't matter. Because We don't own nothing really. There's not a wrong way. There's not a right way. Damn. Ebot, I'm not doing this shit with you tonight. You on the next show. I'm not doing this, Ebot. Hell no.
I really gotta step out because it's already late for me.
I'm gonna let Ebot have his shine. Part 2 on the next show. Ebot, the most powerful gamer on Di-RRec Gaming. Eternal Shout-Out will have a partner tag team, me and Lou, against Eternal Shout-Out and Ebot. Don't miss it. Look.
Damn
it.
It's just,
look, real quick. There's nothing wrong. Nobody is wrong here. Lou's not wrong. Eternal Shout-Out's not wrong. Ebot's not wrong. Raging's not wrong. Django's not wrong. If you prefer digital, okay. If you prefer physical, okay. There's look at Ebot. Ebot, you on the next show, famo. Don't worry about it, because we about to get out. I gotta watch the Lakers.
Yeah, I have to be
watching the
stepping
Lakers
out.
tonight. King James gotta go down. My dad's been calling me, son, and they're waiting on me. But look, for real, y'all. Whether you own your physical copy that you pay for and you can actually touch it, or you buy them digitally, you can't touch it, but you can play your game. The bottom line is you playing that game. And you come out when you beat that game, whether you played it physically or digitally, and whoever buys the game, whoever beats the game, they can talk about their experience. That's the whole point. There's no wrong answer because there's benefits in both. There's benefits in both. I buy collector's edition, shout out, because when I buy a collector's edition, I prefer to have a hard copy. I kind of frown at the collector's edition and the digital because it doesn't make sense to me. If I'm buying,
I agree on that one. Yeah, I agree.
Right. If I'm going to buy the collector, that's the defeating the purpose, right? If I'm buying the collector's edition, I might as well get everything that I can touch, So yeah, I got the physical copy. I got the steel, but I got to do an unboxing for y'all. It's nice. I just got to it, but I'm gonna nobody's wrong. No, Ebot, write your stuff down. You on the next show, my brother. I confirmed it. This is a part 2. All right. But no, it's good talking. I don't mind it. I don't mind the good talking. But look, we're gonna end it with this. People are seeing the rise of Xbox now. Xbox found a good thing with the services. Even though their goal is to be number 1 in console and services, we know that their console has not been able to outsell Nintendo and PlayStation, right? They've only been able to beat PlayStation once. They've never been able to, they beat Nintendo. Look, okay, let me stop with the narrative and myth shit. Xbox has beaten Nintendo before, and it has beat PlayStation before, but numerous times, no. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and break the history down. You figure it out. We know which ones Xbox has beaten before. We know which ones Xbox hasn't. So this notion that Xbox ain't never beat nobody in console sales is a lie. We know that's a lie. But here it is. Microsoft decided to switch it and go where they were stronger at. Nintendo don't have to switch it because they still strong in that department. PlayStation is just trying to figure out where they can fit in right now because because PlayStation is built on perception. See, Nintendo's got solidity. It's got history. Xbox has infrastructures, right? When you talk about Xbox, you got to think of the trifecta: cloud, console, PC. Or when we say PC, we're talking about Windows, the operating system. That's the trifecta of Xbox. So to just say Xbox console is from a person that doesn't understand Xbox truly. Now, all 3 of them, right? Which makes this so great is that all 3 of them are doing different things, and the key is who can make what they do different, gain the more attention to the gamer. And right now, Xbox is hot. No, look, Switch 2, nobody's talking about it. Will it sell? Yeah. Nobody's talking about it. PlayStation 5. Is it a next gen console? Yeah. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about those because they don't have games. Now we can talk about consoles all day, but gamers don't play consoles. They play video games. And whether they get them on services or on consoles, on PCs, on tablets, on their phone, wherever they want to play that. That's the new wave. And for us gamers that are older, we have to understand that's just the way it's going. They have to start catering to that wave like that because that's the generation that's moving forward. So the one who can look, Eternal Shot, I'm gonna say it, right? It may get some people mad, but I'm gonna say it. The goal is this: the one who can expand their games yet retain games that bring value to their brand is the one that's gonna win from now on. It will never be just, oh, look, it's God of War, I'm going to buy a PlayStation. Or look, oh, it's Halo, I'm buying an Xbox. It ain't going to be like that. But what you do, what you can do, you can preserve your pillars, your Gears of Wars, your Halos, right? That doesn't mean, oh, if Halo ends up on a PlayStation, oh, look, no, you do a what's it called? Starts with an S. Damn it. What do we call them? Not sideshows, but spin-offs. If Microsoft does a Halo game and it's a spin-off, those spin-offs are perfect to reach an audience that would have never played Halo if they never bought an Xbox. Now they know, oh, look, man, that Halo campaign with Unreal Engine 5, oh, first they're going to look for, oh, is it coming to me? No, it's only on Xbox. But you know what, man? Damn, I played that Halo spin-off. Damn, that game was good. You know what, man? I like that so much. I'm buying me an Xbox. Or that Gears of War E-Day, right? You throw the first Gears of War out there somewhere and let these people that never played Gears of War because they never liked Xbox, and then that E-Day happens. Oh, first they're going to think, oh, it's coming to me. Oh, no, it's not, man. It's on Xbox and Game Pass. Now they're going to say this. Well, shit, then I'll get a Game Pass. Either way, you got two options, Game Pass or Xbox. Either way, Microsoft wins. So Microsoft has learned the secret. And look, Nintendo is influenced by Microsoft. We saw it. When they did that show, we went back 13 years back and said, damn, didn't that look just like the Xbox One when it came out? Look at that shit. Nobody can tell me now that Xbox isn't the influencer. Nobody. So now the state of play is not even about PlayStation. Let them keep let these zealots keep not believing in what we say. It's the proof is right in the pudding. Now they got a state of play. Nothing about PlayStation. Well, there was nothing to talk about PlayStation anyway. Get back to your essence. Put third parties on your shit and let people buy PlayStation because they like it. That's it. But nobody was buying PlayStations because of their exclusives. That was what zealots, that's what the donkeys came out to say. And when they were able to get on social media, they were able to blow up that lie for the sake of being on social media. But in the real world, they don't even reflect their true gamers. The true gamers of PlayStation are playing everything other than exclusive games. Their exclusive games are never in the top 10. They may have one in the top 20, and that's it. When you go over on Xbox, you might get 3 in the top 10, and you might end up with 5 in the top 20 because we're not the same. Our fan base is built off community gaming, while PlayStation fan base is built off a single player experience. And that's the difference. Eternal Shadow, let them know where they can find you at, brother.
They can find me at Twitter, Eternal Shaddai. I do podcasting on Sundays, so Good Morning Xbox. They can find me on Twitch, which I'm streaming right now at Expedition 33 at ETS Shaddai. The game is good, and thank you for having me.
No, listen. Ebot just happened to get on the end of this show. We're not making fun of Ebot or anything. Ebot, you on the next show. I'll reach out to you. Eternal shout out.
What's going on?
You know you're my brother too. You come on here, do whatever you want to do. It's Crazy Lou, you my brother. You know that. I love the energy tonight. See, let me tell y'all something. These two guys here, I look, I found Eternal shout out through Crazy Lou. I give Crazy Lou credit because Eternal shout out is one hell of a guy. One great, passionate guy, bro. We already know Lou's crazy. So
I'm about to kill him. I'm about to kill him. I'm about to put my 40.
Oh, y'all gonna and look, y'all probably gonna get off here and call each other to continue this, but we already know Lou's crazy, right? That's the Crazy Lou. You either like him or you don't. But I love their passion. Spawn 117, he's the quiet assassin. Spawn 117 is the guy on the couch. If you ever watched the movie Half Baked, that's the guy on the couch. Spawn 117 loves this Xbox community so much. He just wants to be around. He doesn't have to say much. Shout out to Game Serials because I know I'm going to catch hell from tomorrow. Oh, he's going to call me and give it to me. But, hey, when you on here, Game Serial knows to speak. We love Game Serials. Speak.
Pokemon
you get in here and talk. Legendary Yobi came at the end.
Oh, shoot. Yobi. Yo, he came out.
Yobi. It's legendary. We got nothing but we protect Yobi at all costs. Yobi has 1,000 bodyguards. The Xbox Elites protect Yobi because Yobi is one of the. He goes down with me like Mr. Kima. Some of the best elite people that support Xbox, people that speak on Xbox, best in the game. We salute you, legendary Yobi, every time we see you out here, bro. People like Hebot, people like Other Zinc, people like Jago6 and J-Mac. I love those guys because those guys were a little bit before me. Those guys would have been the guys, if you lived in the community, that watched you when you was at the mall or watched you when you was at the laundromat or watched you down the street when you went to art, and the parents would let you go with them to the arcades and they bring you back home. They walk you back home. This gaming shit is real, bro. Mm-hmm. This is real. Don't come to me if you ain't got a picture of yourself when you little, if you ain't got some kind of video game shirt or hat on. I don't talk to you. You're not real to me. I don't talk to you. I got my pick. I've seen Hebot's pick. Daily Jerome up in the building. No love. Yo, I got to give shout out to Daily Jerome. He just made us international, baby. We're international. We in Australia, baby. Daily Jerome, my man. Jerome's in the house. Appreciate you, boy. We got nothing but love for you. Legendary Yobi is not going to let me in. He comes in swinging. Peace, love, life. Always love. Facts, bro. We appreciate you, man. All the time, bro. You always doing it. A special shout out to Nida Cypher for coming up in here tonight, man. Getting in with the chat pack. We loved your words tonight. That's what we're looking for. You guys are the energy. You guys are the battery packs.
Oh, man.
And Jago6 ended with,
shit.
Look at Jago. And it's a classic right here. We ended with Jago saying again.
Yeah.
Lou, we really need to play. No, okay, he changed it on me. Yeah. Well, I'll be damned. I'm making fun of Jago6.
Oh, shit.
You're right, Jago. Shit. We really need to play some Towerborn. That game is hella fun. Listen, I'm going to beat Assassin's Creed, and I'm getting over there as soon as I can. We're going to hit up for Towerborn. We're going to record it. We're going to show some gameplay. How many people can play on Towerborn? Is it 4 at one time? If it's 4, is it 4-player co-op? I know it's co-op. I don't know how many people can be on one screen, but whatever. If it's 4, 5, 6, we're having a party. Yeah, shit. Here goes Crazy Lou. What do you got, bro?
Not enough family. Let's just end the show because
let's go. Finish. He done said it on shit. He done found something.
Well, Lita, I'm gonna be stepping out. So
no doubt, Eternal, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Take it easy.
Yes, sir.
See ya. See you, everybody.
I called you earlier about something, family. You did not pay that much attention. I said, did you see the whole Apple thing with the judge? You're like, I don't know what happened, but you ready for this, family? I told you.
Oh, yeah. You said something about, okay, what's up with the number?
Xbox mobile game store aspirations move a step further after a U.S. judge bans Apple from blocking third-party payment systems. So we're getting that store soon. I told you, fam.
So Apple lost.
I told you. I was telling you about that.
No. You were talking, but Apple lost.
Yeah, Apple lost.
Oh, shit. So now, here comes the ghost. And he's about to possess.
Start it again. Start the show again.
Yeah. Here we go. Right. So here comes the ghost, and Xbox is about to invade Apple.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Fam, I told you if I put on this shirt, that's it.
Man, look, man, y'all always gotta do this to me, bro.
Yep, I always do. Did we start the show again or do we end? I told you, fam. We were talking about this earlier, and I said, pay attention to this. He didn't pay attention.
Trying to get out of here, and he does this.
Yeah, hey, that's why I can't put on this shirt. I told you, every time I put the PlayStation shirt, something happened, fam. Something happened.
Look, y'all. Look, man. Look. We're going to get out of here.
Yeah, we're going to get out of here. We're going to do this another day, guys. But
we're going to have to do this because now
tune in tomorrow morning.
It has found another host. It has found another host.
Yes, sir.
We will be talking about this possessed situation that is about to occur. The Xbox is about to make everything an Xbox.
Yes, sir. Tune in tomorrow to my show.
Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe.
Nothing is safe. Tune in tomorrow to my show because we're going to be cooking that thing tomorrow. Yes, sir.
Bring those spices, ladies and gentlemen.
Back to it.
Bring those spices. I just want to say this. Thanks to everybody that came out tonight.
Yes, sir.
On the ones and twos with us, man. Thanks to the panel. Thanks to all the excitement. Thanks to the chat pack. Let me put the chat pack up here. Let's do it. Just do our symbol, man.
Hold on. Let me put the link right here. Let me put the link right here. There you go, guys. Go ahead and subscribe. And tomorrow morning, we're going to be cooking that. We're going to cook that tomorrow.
Shout out to the chat pack in the building. You know how we do each and every day. We howl at the moon, baby. We turn it to werewolves. For Xbox, we out here. We doing it big. Look, Lou, let them know where they can find you at, brother.
Man, simple as you can find me the Xbox International Podcast on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. ET. Drop the link right there. And good morning with Crazy Lou Gaming. Also, that's why I dropped the link. Go over here. Hit that bell so you can know when I come on, guys. That's where I'm at. And also on Twitter, Crazy Lou Gaming, Blue Sky Crazy Lou Gaming. That's where you can find the Crazy. And on Fridays with the Spanish guys, they invite me if they don't. XP en Español, just to let you know. I'm there sometimes at 7 p.m. ET with Elvis, Elincita, and Metal Berserker. Just to let y'all know that. That's where you can find the Crazy.
Good stuff. Like I said, man, we love everybody
here. Oh, man. Tomorrow we're going to be cooking.
Everybody here, man, that comes in. Di-RRec Game has been on fire because I had to get I had to find something that was intriguing to me. And what it is the value of Xbox, the next generational Xbox that is coming out. Got me on fire, man. It's hard to not talk out here. So look, I just want to say, like I said again, special thanks to everybody. We come here to do one thing and one thing only, y'all. And that's to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help us game. In the meantime, never let nobody try to take your chain. Never let nobody. Don't be tucking your chain out here, people. Don't be doing that. Keep your head up, play your video games, and don't let nobody bother you. Remember, this is all about video games. It's all about gaming. You're either gaming or you're not. Gaming is all about showcasing. It doesn't need talking. You're doing it or you're not doing it. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Because everybody deserves a one-up. Everybody deserves an extra man. Nobody is better than nobody. I go by the name of the new legal. This is Di-RRec Gaming, where we bring the streets to gaming and gaming back to the streets. In the meantime, you guys stay blessed. We're going for the Lakers to get that L tonight. There ain't going to be no Lakers in 5. We don't care what Shannon Sharp's saying. There's not going to be no Lakers in 5. There's no Baker, no Faker, no Taker. Lakers not winning in 5. They're going out today. Peace. We out.
Peace.